Okay, everybody, as promised, so I installed a Elite Engineering E2X catch can on my 2018 Camaro ZL1 with the A10 transmission at about the 2,000 mile mark. And then we had some pretty significant puddling before I installed, and then I've run the car for another 2,000 miles. So I've just got over 4,100 miles in the car now. And I'm just opening the supercharger lid to kind of see what I got going on in here now. I cleaned out the supercharger on the install. I just wiped it dry. And so this is what we're looking like 2,000 miles later with the catch can installed. I'd say there's a lot less puddling than there was before. There is a little bit of oil. You can see in here in the front, a little bit there, and a little bit in those ribs. Less than before. And I'd hesitate to say it's consistent with catching about 90%. Because I believe some of this may have been residual. You know, drop oil goes a long way. I think some of this may have still been in there from the first time I did it. The other thing is, on the lid itself, the inside of the lid itself, it is clean and dry. So I took the dampening panel out of the top, and the top of the lid is clean and dry. That staining was there before. This thing is, yeah, it's as dry as a bone. And just a little bit of puddling. But again, I would say probably consistent with catching the catch can catching 90 to 90% of the blow-by coming out of the crankcase. Next thing I'll do here in a second is I'm going to drain the catch can to see how much I caught. Okay, as advertised, here is the after to show what the can caught. The blue rag on the left is basically stuff that I wiped off the inside of the supercharger from this last go round. And then from the seam on the edge of the lid. And that's what the can did catch. So I'm trying to, I don't know how well you can see that or not, but that stuff certainly smells of unspent fuel. It's pretty watery, which leads me to believe that it's mostly the byproduct, or it's all blow-by. It stinks to high heaven, but that's what it did catch. So in 2,000 miles, that's what the catch can did pick up and kept from going back into the intake side of the engine. And I don't track the car. I've never tracked the car. That's not to say that I baby the thing, because I don't, but I'm not hammering it all the time either. So after 2,000 miles, I think it's pretty safe to say that the E2X catch can is picking up probably 90 to 95% of the blow-by that's coming up through the PCV or through the crankcase.